Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here. So, today I'm going to go over how there's no enemy. A lot of people think that there's like God and the devil battling back and forth for eternity. That is simply not the case. There's no enemy, there are only roles in service of awakening. We are all walking each other home. Now, what the role might look like abuser, enemy, evil, distortion. Evil's just a distortion, by the way. But you can use the word evil. I use it. But the key is there's no enemy. If there's an enemy, that implies there's a hero. That implies duality. You're in the duel of duality. But really, everything is source, and everything sprung from source, and everything will go back to the light of source. Some beings just live in denial and are distorted and will take probably a super long time to even be able to face the light. But at some point, the word eschaton means when everyone faces the light. So it's just going to happen at some point. But there's no enemy. So that narcissist, that psychopath, that sociopath, that controlling, dominating, basically a demon walking around is there in service to you. Because ultimately, God places these types of beings in our life to help us have our own wake-up call, right? Like the demons kind of like push your back against the wall until you break free and recognize your own authority, your own power, your own, sword and armor, so to speak, so that you can learn to self-love, learn to set boundaries, learn to look after your own house rather than trying to fix up someone else's house when yours is still a mess. And now, so there's no like grandmaster devil or Satan, right? Like even Lucifer, Azazel, these types of beings are in service to the awakening. You could say that Lucifer fell so that we could experience duality. Or you could say Azazel gave the beings, taught them weapons and things like that to speed up evolution. They are still in service to the source, just playing different roles. There's the right hand path and there's the left hand path. God has two arms, so to speak. Now, since there's no enemy, everything is happening for you and from you. So there's no devil, there's no enemy. And people will say that, what about the Dark Cabal? What about the Anunnaki? These types of things. They are still playing their role correctly. There are no surprises to God, and God's source is the one orchestrating everything. Even though we have free will choice, there's still a grand orchestration plan in place. Good and evil in the realm of duality, they're just labels at the end of the day, are both in service to the Creator. Okay, and God is on everyone's side. God wants everyone to win. Sometimes people have to play different roles of, the demon being evil, things like that. But at the end of the day, they're just roles. And at the end of the day, when the curtain's up, everyone takes their bow and we all clap and say, oh, they were just playing the role of the abuser. They were just playing the role of the victim or whatever. And then you can also transcend those roles to where, there's a healing moment or something like that. But the key is, know this, there's no enemy. Everything is in service to the whole, to awakening, to going back to the God source that created everything. and is in everything, through everything. If you say I am one with God, you are speaking an irrefutable fact of life, regardless of anything. So appreciate you. That's the video. See you in the next one.